Bienvenue et salut à tous sur cette nouvelle vidéo de Console Fun. On se retrouve aujourd'hui sur Metro Exodus qu'on a pu tester à la PGW 2018, mais aussi on a pu interviewer le brand manager et voici notre interview en exclusivité sur Console Fun TV.
Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur Console Fun. On est ici à la Paris Games Week 2018, donc l'événement de l'année, puisque aujourd'hui nous allons parler de Metro Exodus et je suis en compagnie de Huw Beynon qui va nous parler de ce nouveau jeu qui vient des plateformes de chez Français Games. Hi, how are you?
My name's Huw, I'm Head of Global Brand Management at Deep Silver. I've been working on the Metro franchise for about the last 10 years.
Okay, 10 years, that's a long time. Okay, we are here tonight to talk about Metro Exodus. It's not the first game of this license. It's the third games, yeah. In the first, Metro 2033 follows a novel written by Dmitry Glukhovsky. It's the same for this Metro Exodus.
Well, actually, this is a continuation of the story. It follows on from Metro Last Light. The studio conceived the story, but we worked very closely with Dmitry Glukhovsky, and he's contributed a huge amount to the storyline of this game, so both the books and the games kind of exist in the same universe.
Okay, thanks. And in these games, the player is Artyom again, for the first time. Could you tell me more about the story for these new games and the background, please?
Well, we're trying to keep a lot of the story under wraps. We want players to discover this in the game, but what we revealed so far is you play as Artyom once more. He was the hero from the first two games, and this time he and a band of Spartan Rangers have to flee Moscow and embark on this epic transcontinental journey that will take you across all of post-apocalyptic Russia through a calendar year as they search for a new life in the East. As to why they left, what they're going to find, you'll have to play the game to find out.
Okay, yeah. In this Metro Exodus, it's not in the subway, not in the underground. It's on surface. But the world is sick because it's irradiated. Yeah. And why this choice? Why you want to go in the surface and not stay in the underground?
So the survivors of the Metro believed that they were the only people who were left alive on the Earth. Turns out they were wrong. And they embark across Russia to find out what life is like outside Moscow, and they'll encounter new societies, new factions, new environments along the way.
Okay, thank you. And in this game, is it an open world? Because in the previous games, it's not open world. It's scripting. It's the same?
No, we've changed the design slightly. We still have some of those kind of classic Metro, more linear cinematic levels, but we've introduced these huge new levels. We call them sandbox survival levels. Each one can take several hours to complete or several days worth of in-game time. It's best to think of them as kind of miniature open worlds. You play them, then you complete them and you move on the journey. You don't return to them. So it's not one big open world. It's kind of a mixture of lots of different play styles, lots of different levels.
Okay, and for this new version, there are new mutant, there are new monster.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of favourites from the previous game returning. We've added a few new ones as well. Some that we've shown, some we've yet to show, and will come as a surprise.
Okay. Which monster is more difficult to fight?
Difficult to fight. I mean, every mutant represents a challenge in its own right. They all have quite different behavioural patterns. They require different tactics to take down. One of the most dangerous is certainly the demon. It's the winged mutant. It can swoop down, pluck you off the ground, carry you away and drop you. So if you see one of those in the sky, it's a good idea to try and find some cover, take it down from a safe distance. But you have watchmen who hunt in packs, or the humanimals, who are kind of twisted, mutated humans. They're one of the new mutant types that we've added. So each mutant represents its own unique challenge.
Okay. Which monster is your prefer? Do you prefer?
One we haven't shown you yet.
Okay. And to fight this monster, there are a new weapon, or the same weapon of the previously games?
We've completely changed the weapon system. So in the previous games, you could only upgrade weapons when you reach trading posts, but now we have this on-the-fly scavenging, crafting and customization system. So you can strip weapons for parts, attachments like scopes, new magazines, barrels, etc., and then change your weapon to suit your tactical needs. So all of these attachments will change the characteristics, the accuracy, handling, rate of fire, those kind of things. So we have a set number of base weapons, but the number of possible combinations just runs into the thousands. We also have a weapon degradation, so your weapons will degrade, they'll get dirty, you'll actually see the dirt build up over on the weapon, and you have to find resources to clean and maintain your guns, otherwise they might overheat and jam, or the accuracy will reduce. We put a huge amount of time and attention into the guns, and for this game we've made every gun mechanically functional, so they're made up of interlocking parts. You could build every one of them and they would work in real life.
That's really interesting, because in this game craft is really new but it's a survival horror games, and there are less ammunition on weapon. It's really difficult to find them again.
Yeah, we think that's constant hunt for resources. It's a really important part of the Metro franchise. The player should never feel comfortable. You should always be running low on something, whether it's air in your filters or ammunition for your weapon. We encourage players to hunt around, scavenge for resources at all time. You should always be in that kind of red line of, not quite comfortable, always wanting something more. That's something that really helps create the, tension and atmosphere of the game.
Okay, thanks. And now the player can go to the surface, but it's not a real pleasure to go in the surface, because the more areas are really infected, are irradiated, but not all the world is not sick. Why this choice?
So in the previous games, whenever you went up to the surface, Moscow was highly irradiated, so you had to use the gas mask at all times. Now you're spending a lot more time on the surface, particularly with these larger, more open levels. And some of these surface areas, they're okay to breathe. They're further away from when the bombs drop, but that gas mask gameplay, that's such an important part of the Metro experience. So it's there, it's in the game. There will be areas on the surface that might have high radiation where you have to use it. You'll still be going back underground into bunkers, installations, where you'll need your gas mask. So it's still a really important part of the game.
Okay, and about the characters, there are new characters, there are rangers, there are new characters now?
Yeah, so we've got some returning characters. So Anna and Miller from the previous games, but you'll be joined by a new band of Spartan Rangers, which we introduce you to. This band of traveling companions who journey with you across Russia, and in each level you'll encounter new people, new survivors. Some you might even persuade to join your crew as you expand the Aurora and continue on your journey. So yeah, really rich cast of new characters.
That's good news, because it's more immersive to the experience. But now I would like to talk about a graphic. The engine graphical is optimized for the PC version, computer version.
Yeah, I mean, 4A are very proud of their technical achievements. The 4A engine, it's their own proprietary engine. It's highly scalable. We think we can squeeze the best out of whatever platform it releases on. It's going to look great on all consoles and PC, obviously, but they like to push the limits with whatever they're given. So for example, on Xbox One X we can push 4K natively, and on PC with the latest generation of graphics cards we can do a whole range of incredible visual effects only possible there. So whatever hardware you have, this game's going to look great.
Okay, thanks. And what about online mode? In the present and previously versions, there are no online mode. On Exodus, what about it?
Exodus is a single player only game. It's what the studio do best. This game is, I think, pretty much the size of both previous games put together. It is a huge epic adventure, but it is strictly single player only.
Okay. I said the world is sick, but there a cure for this world?
Well, Artyom's always had a dream that there's a better life beyond Moscow, and I guess you'll just have to play the game to find out if what he discovers out there.
Okay. I have just one question more. I would like to know if you have a message to Console Fun.
Well, the team have been working on this game for close to 5 years. It is the most ambitious project they have ever worked on. The team has almost doubled in size. We're just around the corner from finishing it. It's coming out in February of next year. We can't wait to see the reaction, and we hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thank you. Could you remember me what is the release date?
February 22nd, 2019.
Thank you. And now I would like to know the next metro soon.
Let us finish this one. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, really. Really, thank you for this interview. Thank you. Merci. Voilà, c'était l'interview de Metro Exodus et je vous remercie beaucoup de nous avoir suivis. À bientôt pour de nouvelles aventures.